There is one thing that I would like to share because it's actually the truth. And by keeping your faith in the attribute of God's loving kindness or hesed, providence, and also a bountiful, supplying, super rich providence and goodness, right? What happens is that everything in life actually works, lives, and rests, and is very good. Now, because life is cyclical, there are different cycles of life that we go through. And this is the reason why sometimes, at times, it can look, so let's say momentarily, it can look like you look at your life situation, or you're thinking about your life, so to say. And what we have to remember is that what's actually happening is, based on the cycles of life that you are in at the very moment, even right now, your complete and total psychic state, or your outlook, or the vibes, whether positive or plus, minus, and in that entire spectrum, your outlook on life, the level of positivity, and so on, and even the way that you think that it is going to be, also, is all actually subject to and based on this so-called current existing life cyclical parameters that you are in now. So this is why sometimes you think about your life and you think like you're thinking about the past, the future, and you think, oh man, that's because of the period that you're in at the moment. But see, that can change, and that's something that's really important to remember, because we can define the future of our lives and determine our lives and our destiny with divine guidance, legitimate instruction, and law and wisdom. And that is the magnificent thing. So your destiny, all of your destinies, are very good ones. Why? Because you have the ability to become intelligently obedient in terms of hearing and listening intelligently and learning, right? And ultimately, wisely and legitimately practicing or doing divine law and wisdom, and specifically practicing self-mastery. Because with the practice of self-mastery, and this basically is, for the most part, living in harmony with the cycles of life, right? Living in harmony with a certain universal perfect order that exists, and that is basically intelligible to us to a sufficient degree where we can have enough mastery over our everyday lives so that our lives are very good. This is possible, okay? Now, I'm going to highly recommend the following books. First of all, the Holy Law, the Holy Torah, the Holy Bible, and secondarily, specifically, a book called Self-Mastery and Fate with the Cycles of Life by H. Spencer Lewis. Rest in peace. This book is also available online as a free PDF. And thank you very much to the Ancient Mystical Order of the Rosy Cross for publishing that book and the great service to humanity that they are providing. Now look, somewhere in the Proverbs of, Proverbs of Solomon. Is it 8 and 18? Or is it might be 8 and 18. There's a mention of how King Solomon, double honors, got wisdom about things like cycles and seasons and times, yet specifically cycles. The word that we're talking about in Hebrew would equate something like hakafot, literally cycles. Now, this is so important because there is a repository of absolutely imperative wisdom that stems primarily from the Holy Torah, the Holy Law. Things like Proverbs of Solomon, double honors, right? And it also, because of the pre-Exodus Hebraic, pre-Exodus time, basically, legitimate ancestors of the Hebrews and the Ethiopian Hebrews, in that part of the world, the Ethiopian Hebrew highland civilization, also known as Upper Egypt, right? Upper Egypt. A lot of very, very good things come from there. And a lot of super powerful and super positive and beneficial, highly beneficent and beneficial truths come from there. And they were also, like, I guess they were part of the standard catalog of true knowledge and wisdom that also later got, put into written works like King Solomon's Proverbs. There's evidence for this. Where it becomes very, very, very good to look at the details is these sections of the Proverbs of Solomon, where he mentions how he got wisdom about cycles, literally cycles. Perhaps what I can do is I can paste the reference to these verses in the description of the video. That's probably the best way to do it now. So that way it's like a surprise, yet an accurate surprise. Do you know that the complete and total life, even your complete and total life experience, is actually the most magnificent and divine and highly blessed, the greatest, the most ultra, super existence that there is? You were literally walking the earth as children of God, creating the image of God and after his own likeness, with the unique ability to basically master your life and your destiny and have it be a very good one, even right now, and also to sort of, let's say, legitimately cooperate with the Creator and also assist in the production of and the securing and the manifesting and the sustaining of the ultimate divine destiny that is a very good one for all of God's creation or all of life, right? That's a very magnificent thing. We are living in the most magnificent state of existence that there is. There is no superior mode of existence than living as let's say, a child of God, okay? And as a magi and a master of your life and your destiny in progress. Let's say a master in progress, right? Because you're obviously instructed by divine instruction all the way. So you're like a master in progress and a master student, yet a master in progress and definitely also mastering, right? That is the most magnificent and the absolute ultimate state of existence. I will explain to you why. It is because the fact that the parameters of heaven, the way we imagine heaven, the most ideal place, and even the opposite. So let's focus on the highest and the best possible points of perception. This idea of heaven, it exists and it's a real place. Yet it's made of the same essence, basically, as this right here and right now. And we are operating in a superior operational mode than being in heaven even, because you are literally the full manifestation of the divine being, created in his image and after his own likeness, right? So the divine essence, let's say the universal, the Ruach Olam, the eternal breath, and the triunited powerhouse of having a body, mind, spirit, and soul, and right? That state of existence, you are the ultimate made manifest. This is a serious and important truth that should